Hey guys, Dob here with another battle between myself and Croissant, the German-speaking tournament for Total War Warhammer 2, aka the Hamster Tournament. Yeah, we're here, with the Beastmen, gone with a maximal summon leadership core. We've got Morgar the Shadowgave, Brasham and Lore Wild, and Brasham and Lore of Beasts, 4 units of Pigs, the Eye of Morslib, plus a Regiment of Renown hidden here, the Butchers of Kalkengard. As for the rest, we've got Ungor Spearman Herd with shields, including the Destroyers of Drakewald here in the center. Blackhorn's Ravagers as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Relatively straightforward build for my opponent. He's got a Lariel plus a Star Dragon. Very, very strong choices in this matchup. We've also got a Tyrannok Chariot, which is actually, I think, a pretty decent choice in this matchup as well, if you can protect it from Centaurs. To that effect, he's got a couple of Illyrian Reaver Archers, plenty of Spearmen, and some White Lions, a single group of Lothern Seaguard, a single group of Silverhelms, and yeah, did I mention Alariel leading the way? So right off the bat, we're going to get the engagement underway. My goal, if you've ever seen me play with this style of build before, basically the idea is you have the Eye of Morslib, well, besides the summons, which we are going to start popping off immediately, using a Cygor summon in melee here to give us some extra punch. But the idea is you try and spread your opponent out as much as possible, and you use this Eye of Morslib hit-and-run style tactics, and just play like a beast, basically. Play very thematic to the Beastmen. So you can see we have got some piecemeal engagements here. These White Lions just getting crumped on super hard by those Razorgore herds. The Silverhelms do get a good countercharge there. But Lothern Seaguard in their little square formation. I am a big fan of square formations like this because your archers can turn and shoot faster, but up against a Cygor, it can be a huge liability. That being said, the Star Dragon's going to come in. I did summon some spawn here to try and have some extra mass and poison, but one of the Bray Shamans you can see is just getting massacred by that Star Dragon. He is going to turn tail and run very quickly, and that is the Bray Shaman Laura Wild. Thankfully, he did pop that Jagged Dagger before he left, so we should be getting some extra winds of magic, but yeah, so far so good. Another clip there from Cygor, and here come the Blackhorn's Ravagers, but the Silverhelm's coming in for a very nice kind of countercharge here. Tyrannok Chariots as well, so we're not going to be able to get the cleanest engagement here. And you can see I just switched my Cygor targeting to actually start throwing at the Star Dragon, or sorry, yeah, my Cygor throwing at the Star Dragon. Because the Star Dragon's such a big target, I can actually kind of hit it reliably. This forest is a little bit of an issue, but yeah, let's see, probably going to hit one of those trees. No? Just sails straight over his head, almost kills some friendly Ungors. That's great. We do get a Manticore summon up here, though, and you can see just the power spike from these summons has put me up ahead significantly on the balance of power, and not to mention the White Lions have got crumped a little bit here. Yeah. The pig charge to the face was pretty painful. That being said, Razorgores have pretty much started to lose out here, and it's more or less just these Ungors kind of cleaning up this engagement here. We're also going to throw the Manticore out on this side to try and use some mobile terror to break up some of these engagements, start chasing some routing units off. You can see these Lothern Seaguard here, again going to be the target of the Blackhorn's Ravagers, but a very nice side charge here from the Silverhelms. And the Illyrian Reaver is going to kind of pancake them from both sides, do some really nice damage, despite them being a Regiment of Renown there. You can see the chariots we're going to be trying to use to chase off the Cygor Shaman here, but unfortunately he comes back from route right by to the edge of the map, goes for a bit of a ride there in the forest, but yeah, let's check back in on the main kind of blob fight here, where Star Dragon is going to get the Star of Avalorn bathed in light here as it fights this massive horde of beasts. Absolute brutality. Of course, all these pigs are going to be very, very angry about this situation. But the Star Dragon has been able to get a lot of work done, up to 1 chevron. Let's see. Just ticked over to its 2nd chevron there. 63 attack, 57 defense. Alariel comes in as well, drops an Earthblood. She herself is a pretty decent combatant. 45 attack, 47 defense. And check out that 62 charge bonus on the illegal eagle, if you will. Not necessarily illegal here, but we all know that all eagles are illegal, right? Just because of their nature. Eagles do crime, confirmed. Anyway, there's some spearmen coming here. They're going to help support against the pigs. They should be able to lance down a few of them with their anti-large bonus. So, despite, again, the balance of power situation, things aren't completely out of the woods yet. out of the woods. Anyway, a second unit to spawn does get pulled up here, more or less by accident, and we're going to try and just break the balance of power with this Manticore summon here. Unfortunately, it's not going to quite be enough, and yeah, the Star Dragon and Alariel, despite this horrible situation on the balance of power, actually are a huge danger to my army. Like, it may seem like I've kind of got this wrapped up a little bit here, trying to chase down as many units in the periphery as I can to do just that, but this Star Dragon still has a lot of healing cap space left, up to 3 chevrons now, and steadily climbing. My summon spike is starting to run out. You can see only the Manticore and those spawn left. So, yeah, the Butchers of Kalkengard down to 8 unit models. Most of my other units are relatively tattered. The Eye of Morsleep is really the main thing here, because it's still so healthy, obviously, having just been throwing... what's up? My Keji is trying to sell me some wares right now. Yes, the Cygor here, being so healthy will mean that he's going to be able to come in melee and just kind of outlast the Cygor here, or the Star Dragon rather, even if the Eye of Morsleep doesn't necessarily have as good a stats, like normally would just lose this combat straight up, but because of the supporting factor here, as well, of course, of the Manticore and the Butchers of Kalkengard, you can see the Star Dragon's not doing well, but again, it still has a ton of healing cap space left, and another Star of Averlorn is going to be used here. So up to rank 4, here comes Alariel once again, going to drop in for a rear charge. Yeah, we'll keep it close in that cinematic cam as this very pitched forest engagement goes down. Keep in mind, though, this engagement's happening in the forest, right? And technically, I did mention this in my How to Read Stats video recently, these Beastmen units you can see have this no forest penalty trait, right? Even the Eye of Morsleep. So, my units, I believe the pigs do not. Yes, the pigs are suffering from the forest penalties, but the Minotaurs and the Cygor actually are not, which is pretty critical in a late-game engagement like this. You can see Alariel's now starting to get stomped on. The Chariots are here. They're trying to support. You can see the Butchers of Kalkengard as well, down to 6 unit models. They're still regenerating a little bit, so the balance of power has equalized considerably. Still very much in my favor at this point, and we're hopefully going to start hitting army losses soon, but some very nice cycle charging from these Chariots. And if we take an overarching look, you can see I do still have some infantry left. They're all going to be kind of rallying to the cause here now that we've managed to chase off most of the other elf units. It's like there's still a handful of silver helms there who may come back, but yeah, the Star Dragon's finally getting worn down, pretty much up to its healing cap, just about to rank 7 there. Only 33 kills, but still has been taking down a lot of high-value targets. Morgur's still alive, just like 2 or 3 Butchers and the Eye of Morsleep, and that's it. So, despite the balance of power basically being in my favor the whole time, this ended up being a very close battle. So, well played to Croissant. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching that one. Yeah, this maximal Beastman summons is basically the best way to play them, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people say that Beastmen are a weak faction. I strongly disagree with that. I think they're actually really, really strong, and this is probably the strongest way of playing them, at least in terms of their leadership, in my opinion. I mean, getting 5 to 6 free units that are 1,000, you know, I guess 800 to like 1,600 points, depending on what units you're summoning. I mean, that's a ton of extra army value, just from points alone, pretty much, right? So, yeah, pretty much always worth it to take this leadership core, I would say, in most matchups. Unfortunately, the Shamans on foot, and even on the pig carts, are pretty squishy. You do run into this problem of them getting gooned out, but thankfully, I mean, because especially the Cygor summon's so expensive, you really only need to use it once to get your value out of it, to be honest. But, yeah, credit to Croissant, able to keep that Star Dragon alive despite the horrible situation there. The rest of the army kind of got run over a little bit. I'm not the biggest fan of White Lions. I was going to say it all, but there are actually a couple matchups where they're okay. Just in general, though, against the Beastmen, I would say you're better off to just go with a minimum spear line and go with more of a cavalry-centric build. Illyrian Reavers and, you know, like Silver Helms, they actually can contest the mobility game against Beastmen reasonably well, especially if you get good charges with your Illyrian Reavers and so on. And like with the Star Dragon supporting in the mobile engagement or other quick mobile terror units like Phoenixes, that definitely can work out pretty well. But yeah, As for my army, pigs, I'm a huge fan of in this matchup. They just trade very cost effectively with a lot of elf units. 2 regiments of renown both did very well, despite kind of getting charged in the face. Butchers of Kalkengard, 51 kills, 57 for the Eye of Morslib. So, yeah, pretty good stuff across the board. Yeah, not really too much else to talk about in terms of the army breakdown here, and I think that's pretty much time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this one. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Be sure to check out the link below if you want to have a look at the bracket. I'll be posting more games from this tournament soon, so stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time.